the whole thing with the players dropping out, right, for me, it's exactly the reason why we'll never win anything. When we get to semi-finals and finals, they just haven't got the heart or the backbone or the spine to go that little next step and win with a trophy. They're not interested. Modern-day footballers, all they want is money and Instagram. The Nations League, fans don't care about it, players don't care about it. You get called up by your country, you should walk, swim, bike, anything you can to turn up and play for your country. It just boils down to the fact they're all cowards. And I get what you're saying about Harry Kane, Gabby, but you'd rather have him in your trenches than the likes of your Saka and all them. He turns up injured and plays for England injured because he wants to win for his country. Yes, he wants to win for himself, but he gives everything for his country. The rest of them, they should never play for England again, them that's dropped out that squad.
Ooh. Cowards. That's a bit harsh, right?
No, they're cowards, Gabby. They're cowards. That's why we don't win finals and we get beaten semi-finals, because they haven't got that, I want to say it, gonads. They haven't got the gonads to take that final step. And all this, where they've got a little bit of a foot injury or a little bit of a hamstring, so I'll not get the England squad. You can tell by the way they roll about on the pitch when they get tackled.
Do you think...
Fly comes past them and they roll about like they've been shot.
Right. Do you think if this was a World Cup qualifier against a top team that half the players would be available? That pulled out?
No, I think they'd all be available. Gabby, when did you ever play in your career 100% fit?
No, not many games, mate.
Exactly, pal.
Ray, very, very quickly, because we've got another caller waiting, but would you welcome back Ben White?
Not a hope in hell. Not a hope in hell. He made his decision, let him live with it. I remember Chris Sutton doing it years ago and wouldn't play for the 21s. That's where Ben White should be.
Okay. Oh, get Ray involved in the settle. Ray. You'd fit in well with Thomas Tuchel, Ray.
He would change the FA, wouldn't he? Ray, thank you for your call this morning. Let's get to Douglas, a Plymouth fan who's also been waiting patiently. How are you doing, Douglas?
Good morning, Douglas.
Good, how are you? Morning.
We're all right. Come on then, tell us your
thoughts. You've got to be what Ray says.
I'm not so judgmental on the whole Ben White situation. I think that we're not aware of what happened in the camp. If his mental state was in a bad state, if he was potentially injured and he wasn't going to perform at a top level. Being under the public eye is quite a daunting thing for a footballer. And if you mess up for your country, you're going to get absolutely scrutinised by the media. Just think that, we can't be so judgmental. We need to stand more about the situation before we judgment forward.
Yeah, I mean, and that is a situation with Ben White. We don't fully know what happened. There are suggestions of a fallout with Steve Holland, for example, the one-time assistant for Gareth Southgate. But I totally understand your point of view, Douglas. Yes. Thank you for your call this morning. I mean, loads of people have been getting in touch about all of this, and it's brilliant to hear your thoughts. For example, this one says, Ben White, get lost. You cannot pick and choose when you play for your country. And also says, Kane, keep your opinions to yourself. If I was one of the players who had dropped out, I would not be happy.
I think as well, though, we have to look exactly at the players that have dropped out, Natalie. And I want to look earlier, didn't I, who actually finished the games on the weekend.
Yes.
So Aaron Ramsdale finished the game.
Okay.
Trent come off. So you know that's a bad injury when you come off early in the game against Villa.
Yeah.
So you can't even look into Trent. Levi Colwill finished the game. Declan Rice didn't finish the game. Saka didn't finish the game. Cole Palmer finished the game. Jack Grealish didn't even play. He only trained once. You understand that one of him not going. Phil Foden finished the game, and Branthwaite finished the game. So the ones that come off, like Trent, like Declan Rice and Saka, well, I wouldn't even talk about them, because if they had to come off for their club, then obviously they're not going to be fit. If they couldn't continue, they're obviously not going to go and train 2 or 3 days later. So I wouldn't look at them three. I look at the other 6 and say, lad, 5, because Jack hasn't been playing for a while. I'll look at 5 of them and say, you finished the game. So if it's okay to get through the 90 minutes, like, what's the problem?
Yeah. So, 5 of the 9
that's
finished
what
their
I'd look
final
at
game for their
and say,
respective
like,
clubs.
Cole Palmer, you finished the game. We didn't see Cole Palmer at any moment in the game looking like he had a knock.
Uncomfortable or anything.
Do you know what I mean? And will Cole Palmer, for instance, play the next game for Chelsea? That's what you got to look at as well. Which out of these players are going to start? Will Phil Foden start Man City's next game? Then you look at it like, you could have went
Yeah,
And
it's a
hard,
difficult one,
it?
isn't it? It just feel like this is the first time in quite a while that we've had this number of dropouts, and then when you hear what Harry Kane has had to say, clearly not happy with some of these players not making themselves
Kane
available.
might be looking as well at previous squads as well. Maybe he's
questioning
looking at it like,
some other,
It seems to happen most squads. You seem to go home, or you seem to not be fit, and then you play the weekend afterwards for your club. Yeah. So like them sort of players, you start to say, okay, so you couldn't play 4 days before your game for your club.
Well, the next thing, obviously, you've got the England game tonight, and then it's Sunday is the next one.
Yeah.
So they still have a good 5 days to recover, get back with their club. And I hear what you're saying. It's interesting. If you have a similar thought or you want to share something different, then why not get in touch? 03717 2233 44 is the number to call us on. You can also send us a text to 81089. It would be great to get your thoughts on any of the subjects we're discussing this morning. Coverage, by the way, of Greece versus England in the penultimate Nations League game begins at 7 from the Olympic Stadium in Athens.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.